Alright. What's up, guys? Sunday. Wrapping up the week, or I guess depending on where you're at, maybe this is the beginning of the week. But either way, it's the end of the weekend. How sad. And today, I decided to give it a whirl with doing some building. So this is going to be rather entertaining, I think anyway. And today we're actually just doing like a build and chill kind of stream. So we're going to have some music. So I've got Pops Guy. So anyway, build and chill stream, music, Pops Guy at the top. We're going to be listening to his music. It's good to go for streamers, so we'll have that there. But you'll notice here at the space station that there's been some changes. Yesterday's stream kind of showcased a lot of them. I went through the entire area. And it's been pretty insane. So I need to finish my floor, or actually rather get started on my floor. I've been doing a little bit of work today in here. I'm not the fastest builder, but it's my hope that maybe in the course of a week I can finish this up. I've got a rather large area to work on. And with that being said, I've kind of divided up my area. And for those that don't know, each level of the space station is a 51 by 51 area, length times width. And the elevator column here is the exact middle. So my plan, I have the fabrication area, if you will. And this kind of is like really open-ended. It looks like this. You know, come in here, I just kind of lined up everything on the side. There's ore, or rather ingots over there. And 3 sets of 3 constructors each for 9. I'm making a lot of fusion cells right now, so that's going. A little bit of, 1 food processor, some refrigerators, the ATM. I had furnaces here. I took them up, and the deconstructors are hiding over there. And then I kind of put together this middle area, because again, the whole thing was just super bare. And kind of show you what I've been working on. So if we take a look, I did up the ceiling. Every one of my lights is on motion sensor. So again, trying to save power, even though we're in space. And I've been running the constructors all day. So the battery has slowly died, but normally this is pretty full. And you'll see that we're using a good bit of consumption here versus what's actually coming in with the solar average. Where's my solar infos? So average output 3.89 kPu, but right now you'll see that we're using 6.54 kPu. So that's why the battery's draining. So my area, I kind of wanted to put together some subsections. And since this is the floor for fabrication or manufacturing, I feel that it's my duty to make sure that all of this is included on my floor. Everything you can do as far as making things or converting things into other stuff. So I've decided to put in my furnace room, and I had 10 furnaces. Now I still have 10 furnaces, but this is now the Mount Doom Foundry. And I call it this because there's 10 freaking furnaces. It might as well be Mount Doom, man. Frodo can go toss his ring into my furnaces, and there we go. Wouldn't have any problem. So the idea is, if someone wanted to not use the awesome logistics menu with F4, they could just stroll down or up the elevator shaft, run into the ore deposit and ingot collection room, and boom. Throw your junk in here. Tells people what not to put in. I've noticed a couple times now there's been the wrong kind of ore put into the smelting box. So no magnesium, pentaxid, or promethium. Those just go right into a constructor. Here's your input box. Toss it in here. Or again, if you wanted to use F4, all this stuff is appropriately named. There's all the output boxes from the furnace and the main input box right here. So we could just dump stuff wirelessly into there. How do you activate the furnace? Well, you flip the lever, or what was more commonly done is you just toggle switch over here off the P menu. Whatever you want to do, right? And as it smelts, it puts it into these 5 boxes right here. So here's your out, bunch of ingots. Because I have 10 furnaces, I load balance the output across 5 different chests. That way, it doesn't stop if there's just one box that's full. All these will run. So there's kind of like your sneak peek through the glass, Mount Doom with my 10 furnaces back there. This is all still work in progress. I don't know if I'm done with this. This is what I've been working on. So here we got foundry, control room, and observation deck. So you just kind of go up here, a little slow, turn jetpack on, furnace control room, and come up here. First time with me using the actual like decoration pieces, so and plants. That's all kind of new. So I kind of make my little control room here, put a locker in, holographic display. Again, we can see Mount Doom, and I put some signal stuff in here for the LED screens, or LCDs as they're called in this. So if I flip the furnace on, you'll see that we now have this nice strobe effect to the right, blinking with the lights that are in there. And the LCD screen says furnace toggle switch and P menu's been engaged. So if anyone's like, oh my god, the furnace is hot! Well, go into your P menu. So we can turn that right back off. And the cool thing about the lights in here is I did set up an AND gate, so you have to be in the area and the furnace has to be on in order for those lights to start strobing. So if no one's around to see the lights, does it even matter that the lights are on? Kind of like that, if I chop a tree down in the woods, do I need to yell timber if there's no one around to hear it, right? Or however that statement goes. But yeah, so we flip this lever here, boom, here we go. And that's just on an OR gate, P menu or the lever. And I put this right here, Mount Doom is angry. Okay, furnaces are on. So if you're just hanging out in the elevator shaft area going down, you can kind of get a sneak peek, but there they all are. And over here, furnace lever on below this room. You can actually bump that font size up some. And it kind of tells people where to go to find the lever in case they weren't really all that sure. So we can just run back in here and flip that off. So that's how that works. And I think that's pretty good for anyone who wants to just like stroll in here and drop off some more and, you know, collect what they made. And 10 furnaces actually goes kind of fast. I'm used to just doing like 3 or 4 furnaces, but 10, that's where it's at. Again, playing around with the plants, I didn't know there was like this lava plant. I thought it was kind of cool in here. And yeah, so still need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of this. It's a mixture of concrete and steel. This was concrete in through here. I'm gonna have to move my deconstructors. Oh, that's interesting. If I hit that on my heads-up display and I zap it off with the multi-tool, is it always gonna be there? Maybe it'll fix if I log out and log back in. But this is where the furnaces used to be, in here, and then they all kind of went that way. So that's all open space now. So there are things I wanted to put in here besides the foundry or Mount Doom area is a recycling yard, which that's going to be the deconstructors. I'm going to put a production plant in here, so all this is going to get moved. It's going to be a little bit more concise. So maybe you just walk into like one little room and there's 3 left, 3 in front of you, 3 to the right. So we keep the 9. And then, so I'll probably just move all of this. Then I want to put in a kitchen area. Sick had a really good kitchen I showcased yesterday. So I might borrow some ideas there. And then I might be able to spare some room for a cafeteria of sorts. So that's kind of my idea. Even though cafeteria doesn't have anything to do with production, it would just make use of some of the space that I have on my floor. So that's what my thoughts are. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep some of these doors here. Kind of a work in progress. And so yeah, welcome to the Buildage Hill stream for today. I'm just going to do my thing. Oh yeah, and as I say, everything's on signal logic, so if we were to run up here, again, motion sensors everywhere to help out with power management. And I'm wondering what I want to go ahead and do next. Maybe the recycling yard. We'll just go ahead and set that up here. I can probably just maybe use this section right here. I have a lot of space and I need to take away this wall. Maybe I can set up the constructors over here. It's a little further away from the center than I would like. So I think I might just maybe save that corner for like a cafeteria. Someplace that someone's really not going to be running into very much. And I don't really need a large area for the recycling yard, so maybe we'll kind of poke it in here, because realistically I just need a spot for someone to come up. And if we just go over here and see what I did on this side, was I had a chest here. You throw your things in the chest, that tells that we link up here as the input, and then I just output what the deconstructor broke down into the actual constructors. So you'll see that it's just kind of spread out between, actually it's not even, it's all going to 7, 8, 9, because that's realistically the one for short jobs. I wouldn't be doing a bunch of batch long-term jobs like making a bunch of concrete, so on and so forth. So the cool thing is that I can actually kind of hide these, put them out of the way, and just give people a button or a lever. And you'll see that I already have deconstructors in the P menu. So I guess we'll work on the recycling yard. It won't be as pimpin' as the Mount Doom foundry, because I wanted people to just kind of, you know, be able to take a look out the window and be like, oh my god, look at all those furnaces. You know, and I always like people to know the furnaces are on, so that's the red strobe effect. And I probably should put some random lights throughout the space station that flicker red, just so everyone knows, regardless of what floor they are on, that it is indeed on. So maybe, maybe I'll wait for everyone to get done with their floors and then sneak some strobe lights in. That might be the best thing to do. That, and I can just be like, hey, I need to put a red light somewhere. And the tinted glass here kind of cuts down on how much light you see over there, but if you're in the room itself, which there's access door for it, it looks pretty neat. I got a walkway that goes back through there, and some LCDs with some stuff on there. But I think that's actually pretty good. I did have some thoughts of maybe putting a shower in here. Like if you got too close to the furnace, you could use a shower in Empyrion to regulate your body temperature to normal. But I just took the liberty of painting the strips, the caution texture that you see there, because if you're right up on it, you will get heat stroke. You'll get feeling hot and you'll develop heat stroke, and nobody wants any of that. Alright, so let's just eat a burger. And let's get to work here. So I think we'll do the recycling yard. So if we're already dealing with items on this side, you know, we're converting ores, I think I'm just going to poke a hole and we'll just jam pack a door, maybe even right next to this plant. So here we go. And one of the design challenges is trying to make good use of full blocks, walls, and pull off what you want to do without messing up what you're doing adjacent to it. What I mean by that is, this is my stairway that we just ran up. This is the wall that's next to the stair block. And so I can't physically put another block here on this little surface. I have to start with one block away. So you'll see, like, oh, I can do a wall here, but I can't put it on this block because it's already occupied. So I think, with that being said, I might try to give myself a little bit of space between my builds. And so you'll notice, like, even here, I have to break that block out and make like an L-shaped one for people to come in here to the recycling yard. And we'll just keep those deconstructors hidden off in the corner where no one's really going to go, and just put a box in here. Or maybe I'll make it like the ingots, and 4 deconstructors run and spit everything into the box. That way if someone's breaking something down, they can get their components back. So maybe I'll do that instead of feeding it directly into a constructor. It's not as efficient, so to speak, but it's more intuitive for people to pick up on, and then they can just take the mats and go somewhere with them. So I think that's what we'll do. So I'm going to need 2 boxes. And I can't... Let's look at my walls here again. So we would have to do L shape there, and we can use that side. Yeah, so I think I'll just tap in right here. So this is going to have to get pulled out. And one of the great things about building in space is you don't have to worry about structural integrity at all. Alright, we don't really need to go super duper high, but we'll take out all this just to be on the safe side. And grab my L-shaped wall. So there's fully on this block all the way around, and we'll just cheat and borrow the same texture so I don't have to paint this side again. See what I might do, since someone's really not going to be running around in the furnace room here, is I might just take out some of these out, just so I can have a consistent texture of steel all the way around. Of course it's going to mess up this brick, but really no one's going to be in here looking at my bastardized texture change, for lack of better terminology. So yeah, we'll go ahead and knock some of these out, maybe like 5 or 6. This is one of those things that, like, if you had thought super duper ahead about where you want to put everything, then you'd be like, oh, let me save this and do that. But we're totally doing this off the cuff. There's not really any planning going involved. We're just doing one section of this at a time. Alright, now we'll just drop our steel texture in. And let's see, We'll have room for signs there and chests. And so I can actually, let's just put some cargo boxes in here and see what's up. Pop some lights up here on the ceiling. That one's actually blue hue from the last light I did. Maybe I'll make this one simpler. 4 deconstructors, 2 boxes for output. And we'll move this one here so I can put the sign there. Okay. See, here's what I'm talking about. This gets in my way all the time now. But luckily, that's the same texture over there, and we'll just replace it with the full block. Oh. I was like, text going with the door. Alright, never mind. So I have a little bit of a shift here. This is on this side. And this one is on this side. Oh, so I could put the plant there. That's why I did that. So those are on the exterior. They're on the next block over, actually. pick something different for the recycling room. Eh. Usually recycling is associated with the green. Oh, maybe I should have changed the thing for the structure. That might change the palette for everybody else. No, I'm not trying to change the space station colors. Oh. I thought I could change my individual palette. Choose a color. And then I never get the option to like pick my own. I gotta read up on that and see if there's a way to do that. So yeah, we'll make that a green door. Actually, we'll not do that color. Jeez. Like it's super bright. Let's just do like a blue. Did I run out of screens? Ran out of screens. We'll just make more of those real quick so we can put our label up here. And this will be our input box. Just make that blue. And then we'll have a bright green and a dark green. move that light now that I have an idea where the room is. Oh, there's no center block. Alright, let's just take a corner light and shove this bad boy somewhere. Everything in here is even symmetric, not odd number. So it's really awkward. Oh, I can't flip that light? That would have been kind of cool. Maybe what I'll do is stick a light. Oh, that's a wall. Can't do it there. I don't want to get that much range. Small room. Softer light with gray. That kind of works. I don't know how I feel about the dark green. Maybe I can try like a peachy color? No. I feel like I overused black, but it's one of those colors. Can't really go wrong with it. So yeah, we'll just make this black and green. And we'll just alternate as we go up. Oh wow, I didn't think that would happen. We'll leave those alone. Alright, so let's set up our boxes here. And oops, this is not the right block I want. Maybe what I should just do is just sink that into the other side. Because you really can't see past the box, I don't think. What happens if we put the cargo box right there? Yeah, you really can't see in there, so that actually works out a little bit better for me. And then I won't have this awkward shelf trying to insert a chest into the wall. Alright, nice. I don't know how I feel about this light yet either. Seems like it's not doing a whole lot for me, but... And my texture in here is all different directions. Maybe I'll redo the concrete texture in here. Ah! I never use this one, so we'll just kind of go with the floral pattern. Thinking green. We need a little bit more range on this light. Maybe we'll go with white. That's a lot better. That's not the same texture. Cool. And we need to eat? Not just yet. We can't snack on one of those though. Let's get our screens out. So put a screen there, and put a screen there, and we're going to want a lever in case someone wants to control this stuff with these. And we'll put a screen there. Okay. Let's grab a motion sensor and stick it. I guess that'll be fine. Not anyone's really looking at the ceiling. Let's put it right. So if you come in here, you're probably not going to look at this wall at all. Alright, here's our motion sensor. Put all this stuff here that we just put into. Miss recycling yard. Alright, there we go. And we'll put this light on there. And recycle yard. Okay, so the light is on motion sensor. You can also tie the screens to being on the motion sensor if you want to. I don't even know how much of the power these things actually take. Do they even take any power? Nope. That's cool. Alright, so now let's go look at naming these. So this is going to be box danger deconstruct. Recycling yard. That is not what I wanted to do. Come back, screen. Oh, it registered me hitting N for some reason. Recycling yard. Input items to recycle. P menu toggle. Alright, so again, we're going with a very green thing here, so we'll go with neon green. So we got a recycling yard, input items to recycle into this chest. And we will go with red danger box. And then we've already got our green ones over there. And just to help everybody out, we will texture the floor with yeah, put I in, and we'll throw an arrow in here, in, and these are going to we are out. U-T. Of course, that looks weird there because it's got that stray O. So you know what? We'll just flip the order of those. So out. Okay, I kind of like how that's shaping up, so we can probably increase the font on this a little bit. Alright, recycling our recycle in this chest, activate deconstructors, boom. Okay, so all that is good to go. Alright, we're gonna set up our switch here. So lever, recycling yard, and that is actually what we name our signal. And right now we have our deconstructor signal. There was a lever that was elsewhere, but it doesn't exist anymore. So we're just going to replace it with this lever dot. Where's my? That's my motion sensor. There it is. Lever for recycling yard. This is a OR gate, so we can either flip it on the P menu or we can use the lever in here and boom. That'll be all set up. Alright, this is our output. So I think we'll just copy that right there. Again, we'll go with green recycling yard. Remove recycled items. I'll just say materials. Thank you for thinking green in the green area. Aww. Been recycled from chest to the right. And this is going to be box deconstructor out 1. Two. Alright, then we can just jump into our deconstructors, which are in the corner somewhere. And we'll say, hey, I want you to watch this box right here, danger deconstruct, and we're actually going to change the output from the input of the constructor to the box here that we just made, deconstructor out 1. Since that's our first deconstructor, same thing with the second one here, so we're going to grab danger deconstruct and we're going to output it into deconstructor out 1. Deconstructor 3. Again, we're watching this danger deconstruct box, but this time we're actually going to send it to deconstructor out 2. Just so I don't have to worry about boxes getting full. There's actually stuff in a construction queue that got held up. Interesting. Alright, so that's out 2. And last one. My deconstructor got beat up on 40%. We're watching danger deconstruct, and we want to output it to number 2. Alright, so those are now set up, and just to double check the signal logic on that, these are all watch deconfig. Yep. And let's just, for grins, put a little note here. We'll use the little tiny one. Probably even use, well, that's probably a little too tiny. Let's go here. And we're going to say deconstructor / recycling in progress. Active. And we'll make it red. And we can probably, can I get away with 10? We can. Alright, and we're going to set this up to follow the deconstruct on sig. Or sorry, not deconstruct on. We want to follow decon sig right here. Alright, so kind of the idea I'm wanting to go for is if you're just wanting to know if anything is being produced or on my floor, you can just cruise up and down the elevator and you can kind of take a sneak peek here at any of the stuff. This one here tells you that the furnace is on. This one right here will let you know there's recycling going on and it's in progress. So I could flip this and now you can see that it tells everyone what's going on. And see, we've already got something getting recycled and turning into safety bars. So we got our in and our out, and everything is beachy there. I don't really have any reason to use this top floor. Maybe what I could do is, if we ever need to have more deconstructors, I could just chop this in half and put deconstructors on the top floor here. This little seam thing kind of bugs me a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about trying to be a perfectionist. Go back to textures, and which one? This one. I gotta at least get that to match. Okay, so our recycling yard is done. I'm wondering if I should put more lights in here or up the intensity. What have I got right now? Range 15. This doesn't seem bright enough in here even with 4 lights. That seems a little better. And I don't know, maybe I'll color my elevator a different color. We already got black selected. This is a black and white room. Black. This is all like monochrome. Because I have black and white, and technically I have some gray. Oh, that's interesting. You have to color each face of the... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with having just a black elevator. I think that works. And you can definitely tell what floor you're on when you come down. Alright, we need another LCD panel to tell people what the hell this is. Let's see, I used a big one, so we'll mirror the other side. Did I use a frame? I don't think I used a frame. What do I got right here? No frame. Alright. Recycling yard. I really hate how it kicks me out of typing sometimes. Recycling yard, And we're going with deconstructors. The recycling yard. Go with green. And this is actually kind of too high up. That looks about center. The recycling yard. So red for the furnaces. Do you think fire and Mount Doom? And we have the foundry up there. Recycling yard. So I think that's all kind of shaping up nicely. So that's another item off the list. That one was nowhere near as complicated because no one really cares about deconstructing stuff too much. I think I'm like the only guy who cares about getting my components back if I overproduce something. But the only thing you got to pay for is fuel. And when you're in space on a space station, all this battery that we get from full sun all the time, you can get your stuff back for free. Free quotes. So like 29 lights that I'm holding onto right now, if I don't use all these, make that 30 lights, then I can always just zap it and get my stuff back. That's how I kind of look at it. Alright, let's see. So much decorating items, so many. Oh, speaking of decorating items, we didn't put anything extra in here. Well, we don't really have a whole lot of space. We can go with plant, a furnishing, a console perhaps, or a tech equipment. And I think I've been kind of digging the plants. So I'm gonna put a plant in here. Something nice and cozy. Oh no, it's the corner that has the walls on this side. Right where I want to put a plant. I'm defeated!
What you get for trying to decorate?
Yeah, this is what it says.
Stick to what you're good at.
No decorating. What is on the other side of this wall? Is everything else? It's only the L shape that's on this side right here. Oh, I have an LCD screen right there. That's right. I was gonna tell people. You know, we don't need to tell people about the lever. We already did that on the previous side. Ha! Now we can put my plant there. I don't know how I feel about that particular plant. I think we're gonna change him out. I like these alien ones. This mega alien flower. I'm trying to use different plants in every room. A ball tree. Tentacle tree. What? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna put a tentacle tree in here. Yep, there it is. Tentacle tree. Alright. That works. It works. Yeah. Okay. So we're all done in there. And let's see. Next up. Ooh, it's gonna be the production plant. Not looking forward to this one in the slightest. But it must be done. Must be done. Alright, this door already has... I think we need to chop these out. So didn't need to use that much wall. And there's our cargo boxes that are poking out. But that's okay. Let's see. If I want people to come down, I have to make a kitchen, a cafeteria, and the production plant. That's left on my to-do list. This could be wiped out and turned into a cafeteria area. And I kind of want to put a cafeteria in the area that's on the outside perimeter because it's not a very commonly used area. And I also have this space over here as an option as well. But I think what we're going to do with the construction area is move all of this up further and make it so it'll be right here when we come out of this door. So let's just go ahead and start planning for that. We'll use, we've been using big screens for showcasing our doors and what's there. Alright, so this is going to be the production plant. And let's go with a sexy orange color. Yeah! Production plant. Constructor stations. 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9. I really don't see any reason to go beyond this. Yeah. So pump up the font size. Production plant. It's pretty big enough. Production plant. Yeah, maybe I'll go down a little bit more so I get production plant on one line instead of two. Like that. There. Constructor stations. Okay. Now for the fun. And I think I'm going to make an ore storage area too for ingots, because I already kind of have that going on over there to the right. So after we get done with the production plant, we're going to make ingot storage. So I'll make a note of that as well. Alright. And we have 4 screens I could put in here. I think this entire wall is going to be going up for constructors. I don't think I'm going to have, like over there where I use 2 doors on one wall face. So I think we'll set up what do we want to do here? If I move that down, I could put the status of all 3 stations right above the door. And that would actually be kind of cool looking. So I think we're going to break what we've been doing right now with the big screens, and we're going to just change it. Oh wait, sexy orange color, that's what we want. There we go. So we'll have activity notices for if a constructor is on. Actually, probably, let's say on or off. We'll use 2 rows. More importantly, though, we'll have the section down here, title. And then if they're not being used, we'll showcase that up here at the top. I think we can do that because, yeah, I don't have a toggle for that. We're just using 1 signal pair for each group of constructors. Okay. So I like my current design, so I guess we'll just kind of get an idea. We're going to use the texture tool. Yeah, we'll just kind of paint some stuff out. Go over here and get some dimensions. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Those are too wide, if I remember right. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's too wide. 1, 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wide. So if we start over here, let's just map out 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I would need 8 for front. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's just skip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and we didn't see if this was going to be centered at all, so we'll have to change this up. So I would need, well, 8 is not going to be exactly symmetrical. Maybe I'll go for 9. So let's just bring that out one more. Alright, so let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.